We are recording now. Yeah. All right, today we're going to be doing normal CTF, general CTF challenges. We'll be going over some of the practice game challenges. I finally solved that hard forensics one. It actually wasn't that bad.
Why are we going over CTF challenges?
Because guess what? Another CTF individual game is starting this Friday. It'll be going from Saturday to Saturday. Friday to Sunday, yes. Thank you. We'll also be having Summit CTF. That will be Saturday to Sunday, 2 days. The first day will be Jeopardy style, the normal CTF you're known to do. The second one will be Castle v Castle. You might be asking, what is Castle v Castle?
What is Castle v Castle?
I actually should have probably looked it up a little bit more because I'm a little shaky on it, but I'm pretty sure it's just we get a system, they get a system, we attack each other. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it's
Sorta.
defend and attack, right?
It's so every team has their own system and you have to defend your system while attacking everyone else's system.
Yeah. So we're screwed on that one. However,
Can we just turn off the Wi-Fi router?
exactly, you can't hack
Here,
it.
like what we did with the other competition.
You
Oh.
can't hack an off computer.
It does reset halfway through, so we can learn.
It resets?
Halfway.
There we go.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It resets halfway through.
Yeah.
Let's just know.
Shut up, Jacob.
We could do them.
So basically, you need to have an automated. So I wasn't the smartest and only saved 2 challenges. One of these is wordy. This is essentially what we have to do is solve the Wordle. However, we only get 1 try. So anybody got any ideas? Any like
Wordy.
Is there anything, if we inspect the element, is there like a word stored somewhere in maybe JavaScript?
why? But then if we redo it, you can backspace, it'll be a new word. What do you say?
Is it something in the JavaScript of the file or something like that?
That is a great idea. Let's check. So if we go to, if we inspect element and go to debugger, which is where it's stored in Firefox, however, in Chrome, I think it actually says like a specific like files thing or something like that. It doesn't, I don't get the name debugger for where the file is stored, but that's where it's found. We can see an app.js, so we can see the JavaScript. So let's read this. First, they create a dict variable. Then they, then they get static/word/JSON. So if we actually let me specifically make this one screen so I can pull up my notes so I can figure out what the questions were again. Can I change that? There we go. Let's see if this works. Yep, there we go. And I can pull that up without people seeing it. So our first question, what is the URL for the word list? Well, hey,
Words.json.
what is this? Yeah, let's check this out. Copy that, put that right there, take away one of those slashes. And there's our word list right there, a JSON file with every word. That's pretty easy. So that's question 1 done. It's this URL. How many words are in the word list? Well, let's just
Scroll them up.
2, 2, 3, 5. However, it starts at 0, so it's 2, 2, 3, 6.
Zero base.
Yeah, that's 0 base stuff. What is the URL endpoint used to validate the user submission? Okay, so that's a little harder than finding the word list now. Let me do it that way. So let's read this out. It creates a key buffer. It creates a seed variable, fetches a seed. Oh, okay, so this is another directory. This is important. So this is the seed. So it looks like this is a random number generator that it accesses. We can see the seed every time. However, it also, you get to see 1 million yen. However, this is stored as a variable beforehand. So I wonder, can we just figure out what current seed it's on by looking at that variable in the console? Not sweet. Seed, yeah, 88. So we can see it's 88. So real quick, easy dub. Try to.
Better say.
Oh, you're right.
You know what? No, he shouldn't.
You're right. I agree with you, Mr. President.
Thank you. I don't know what we're agreeing with, but so real quick, check this out. Inspect that. Go to console, go to seed, 95. 95 is molt. That is not it. So that means we gotta look a little further. So we gotta figure out how it's validating this. Any ideas where we can look?
I've showed it as something in the code that says is equal to.
Let's look at the code. But we look even further. Render key buffer, that just renders it, evaluate answer.
Perchance add one to its,
Wait, what?
perchance add one to the seed,
One what?
one to the seed.
One to the seed,
89.
so that,
We probably have to
yeah,
restart it.
oh yeah, it's. But also, we can see right here, it says const, or part of the evaluate answer. It creates a constant, that post to check, which means that's where it posts the answer. I'm guessing it puts it into here, the key buffer, and then sends it to check. We can also see that in the network tab whenever we do this. Yeah, here we go. It gets a new, or it checks it. Let's see what its response was. False. Seed 433. So yeah, I got a new seed. That's a new seed. But let's keep looking through this thing because we weren't getting it before. Let's keep going. There's backspace, so we can backspace on there. Submit button. Oh, here we go. Answer. What is this? Answer equals look in the dictionary for seed times 4 modulo dictionary length. Let's try that. So let's see what the, let's first refresh it to make sure we got everything working. So let's see the seed, 514. So we know 514 times 4, right?
Might just be able to pop that JavaScript straight in the console and just see what it says. Like the
console.
Actually, you might be right. Oh. That worked?
Here you go. Or Dr. Ben just
Shows
chose.
the most mid, the most mid three things.
Shorn. You're right. There we go. We got it.
That's not a word.
Well, it says it is, so I believe it.
Scorn's a word.
What does shorn mean? Oh, like to be like shorn
For the,
off.
for the video, find the definition.
For educational purpose. Shear, it's the past participle of shear. So that sheep has been shorn.
That is
Sheared,
probably the
shorn.
worst past tense word.
Hey, they're trying.
Shorn the sheep.
Sheared? Wouldn't you just go
Yeah,
sheared?
well,
Sheared
You're gonna
sheep?
get shorn tonight.
Well, you sheared a sheep, now the sheep's shorn.
I shorn
What?
the sheep.
I thought shorn was past
You
tense.
sheared the sheep, now the sheep is shorn.
That's already, I can say I'm
I
practically.
don't know. Anyways, the endpoint was /check, that checks if it's valid, and then the flag right here, easy dubs. Now,
Civic terms.
we get to the hard one, and by hard one, it just was confusing, but it wasn't too bad, actually. Let me figure out how to change my share, get out of the screen. There we go. Share full screen.
Good luck.
So this was the hard level challenge in forensics for the practice game called Hacker Flyer. Essentially, we are given a process dump and it says, we were able to get a dump of this process, while the hacker was dying, apparently. They said, they kept repeating 800 pixels. So I forget what, actually, did I write what it said? A hacker was, let's put that, a hacker was making something important when they were arrested. They managed to grab a portion of the RAM dump before the system self-destructed. As the system destructed, the hacker kept muttering something about 800 pixels. Can you find what the hacker was working on and find the flag? So we get the hint. That's not the right one. We get the hint of 800 pixels, so I bet there's an image in there that needs to be like reformatted or something, and that's why.
G. How many pixels does a D and G have?
Anything?
You gotta tell me.
I don't know. They could have anything. How many?
I don't know.
Anyways. We have let me actually. We're gonna pull this into hex edit, so I'm gonna let you know, I tried volatility, I tried the autopsy, none of them worked, I was able to get some things, actually, no, I don't think I was able to get anything. Volatility is what you usually use for RAM dumps, but this was a RAM dump of a single process, so we're not able to do that. You can also use Windows.d or Windows DMP, I think. However, that didn't work out either, so I was kind of at odds here. And then I was like, all right, I need help from the Discord. And they were like, yeah, it's ridiculously easy. And I'm about to show you the solution. So first, let's load it in here. Let's see what the hex looks like. If you're having trouble with something, usually you'll want to use tools because it can make it easier. However, if you're just out of ideas, this is the long way. Just pull it out and like hex edit and just look at the hex. Because I mean, you'll be able to see like data headers to see if it's holding anything. You'll be able to see, like right here, it says file successfully saved. A dump file is supposed to have, I think it's like an MDP right here. Or something like that. Windows dump file is supposed to have that. This does not have it. This doesn't even have any file header. It just says file saved successfully, which is a little weird. So let's, what are some ideas for us to search for? Any ideas? We need to find out what application was used to make the flag image and what the flag image file is. Any ideas on how to find what application was being used in the process?
So like look for something like Photoshop or Pixlr, or
It's an actual application, I'll give you that.
is it a web application or
Physical application, kind of like a
it's
program.
an application on the computer?
Oh, we can see Photoshop right there, but this is HTTPS, I think. Yeah, they went to
So there's a
adobe.com or
web- so
something.
There's a website that they use.
Actually, a better way to do this is, you can use strings on it. This will just basically show that, but get rid of all like the dots and stuff. So we can see all this.
Actually.
Bunch of nothing burger.
Not a nothing burger, there's something there.
I think you have to do something to like print the length or something to show each line. But let's try application, see if we can find anything about that. Application modes. Some XML assembly. Here's your default context maps, what it is. Office space. It's application. Oh, here's something. Result.h, these are just some library stuff. All right, what's this thing, we're just gonna steal code from somebody's here. Here we go, yeah. This might take a while. Oh, this is not.
It's printing the link. Just take out the off part.
Yeah,
Sorting by link.
that should sort by number though, isn't it? So it will just show the biggest number, not the longest line, I don't think. Yeah. Read really quickly. What do you guys see?
Oh,
Y'all three?
no, the application is look up the answer to this one. Number 3.
Okay, we also have to say cache 0. So print length, comma, cache 0, is that it? Yeah. Alright, this should hopefully work. Yeah, here we go. See all the garbage, 4 byte or 4 character stuff. Alright, this is actually what I did. I just looked through here for a while until I found something. So there's a bunch of UC allow, then a bunch of question marks. Some random stuff here, just looking through. Anybody, let me know if anybody sees anything important. Put your threes.
What about that area right there that has all those? All that padding. and-
Guard. This is just XML
It's
or,
JS, it's 'cause it's got Node, it's got Node in there, it's not JS.
I think it's just XML because it's a style sheet, right?
I couldn't tell you, I don't know what XML is.
Where's this newfangled technology?
Oh, here's some SQL. And drop trigger if triggered, I think it's
Oh, we
SQL.
got a trigger, so we need to get rid of that trigger.
It's just some random stuff. Turn in journal. Oh, Bing. Some more XML. Keep her going.
I like all question marks, it really does.
Yeah. Some other stuff, UGC allow, this might be just some time stuff. More threes.
Instructor is the same.
Keep looking. Here is some base 64. I tried decoding it. I don't think it goes out to anything, or I thought it would be base 64. It could just be random. I think this could just be random data. So it could just be like PDF data. Anything more? Anything important? Anybody? Anything important? Bing. Here's a bunch of stuff I saw. I thought this was it. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna pull that out of here. It's 800 pixels. You have to do this, but this counts really weirdly. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 17, 18, 24, 25. They're not like RGB values. They're counting up, which is a little weird. I thought it would be that, and then I saw that, and I was like, nah.
All those twos,
I don't know, a lot of twos. Oh, what did I just do?
you just accidentally copied something.
I think I just went back to the front. Oh god, let me just. Ireland operations. Apparently they're from Ireland. I'll be running.
They're back to torment me again. No.
Here we go. We can see some drivers. There's probably an easier way to do this, but this is how everybody else did it. I think I went back again. Just click this way.
This guy's a simple. This is how everybody else.
But yeah, this is how everybody, almost everybody said they just stringed it. So here we go. We can see some system settings, whatever that is. This might be something. I'm hoping I'll find it soon. Either that or I might just have to give it to you. Essentially though, yeah, just look through here until oh, here we go, some PowerShell, so we're getting close. This tells you that they were running something through PowerShell, which it could just be PowerShell was running. Some application. Oh, here we go. MSPaint.exe and flag.png. So yeah, they were running mspaint.exe on flag.png. So we know they made this flag through MS Paint. So how do we get it out? Any ideas?
For PNG magic header.
That is a very good idea. In fact, that is what I did. I did PNG. I think you had to do ePNG, so I had to like go here to let's find the header real quick. These aren't. That's not right. That's not right. Oh, we got it for a second, and I went too far. Here we go.
Didn't I say it was a PNG earlier?
You said something about a
I
PNG.
swear I said it was a PNG. I took a hard guess and he's like, no.
These kids are funny.
Here we go. So we can see some PNG data. That one's not right. We can also look for IHDR, which is one of the thick parts of the PNG header. You try JPEG. I don't remember what that file header is, but we can look it up. There's IHDR. So I tried. Yeah, it said flag.png. However, I tried like deleting all the data beforehand. So to do that, I just did like this, shift home, and then deleted all that, and then deleted all the data afterwards. I'd save that, then restore it and keep going down until I got all the PNG manually extracted. I also tried binwalk, Binwall could not get anything, and I tried the PNGs. All it gave me were images of file icons and corrupted file icons. So like, yeah, just a folder. So I was really confused. And at this point, I looked at the Discord and they were like, have you tried GIMP? So it turns out one thing we can do that I'm now gonna be trying in more forensic challenges, especially ones where any mention of an image is. We can pull open GIMP, say open existing image. Documents. Where is it? NCL something. There we go. I clicked on it. Brain practice, forensics, hacker flyer. And then we want to say show all files, process.dump. And then you want to open it as a raw file. You'll click file type right here and you'll scroll down to raw image data and open. And now we can actually see an image right here, except it's just a bunch of static right now. However, they said a width of 800, so let's try that. Okay. So we got something, but also height is a thing. So what if it's just got a really big height? So let's try 2000. Oh, here we go, something. Let's try 3000. We got this very weird image right here. So what can we do to fix that? I was wondering if it might be like, since it's 8-bit, maybe it might require RGBA. So I tried switching to that.
So is that just me pinging?
And there we go. We can save these settings.
I just kept it.
So will let me.
Server 2, it says it should work. Should. Yeah, there's just ping. Server 1. Server 2. Server 2 doesn't work. I was just using server 1. There's server 1.
You're saved, Eddie.
If this isn't working, I can just pull it up in my actual browser or my actual one.
It's X-ray.
Oh yeah, we can open, yeah, here we go, open this. Oh, it's, yeah, it's select file type. Since it doesn't have a file type, we say raw image data. Oh, I gotta show all types, yeah, there you go. Open it as that, so we know 800, that was given, 3000 is just a random guess I tried after like wondering, oh, there's more data. And then RGBA or RGB alpha, so that one I didn't have like the 8-bit, I saw that was new, but when I was doing it, I saw this and I'm like, well, let me try adding alpha, because it looks like it's grayed out, it looks like it's missing something, so I tried adding alpha. And there we go, if we open that, we see this, we can, then we can, I think it's in here, is it? No, this. Here we go, Shift R, angle 180, because we need to flip it around over there, rotate. And then I think there is a, yeah, flip it right there.
It's just.
And then-
It's probably just backwards, but.
Is that?
Oh, whoops, I did something wrong, my bad, let me,
I've never seen this one. Take that a minute.
let's try this again, sorry. Raw image data. Okay, it's already done that. Maybe.
What the smiley faces, it looks like a little.
Change it to little idiot.
Oh, whoops, yeah. There we go, okay. Yes, the problem here is also offset. Let's do that slowly. So we can see the line right there, so let's follow that. Actually, can I just reverse it and do like negative? Nope. All right, we'll just slide that over.
I have 100.
There we go. Okay, now we can open it. And now we can rotate it. The Shift R, yep. Nope, that's not it.
You can do
Might be able to just use the image at the top. I think there's like a flip tool, you just flip corners on it.
You did a flip tool, but it's also like upside down. So I just rotate it and then flip it. And then we can just crop the rest of this out. And there we go. Sky MDMP 2931 Hackerman. So that's how you do it. Just, I guess, through trial and error, you find out that you can put it as a raw file on GIMP. That's one of the, a lot of times you can just put it as a raw file in GIMP, though again, there's a lot of like stuff you have to go through, like with width, because width decides how the pixels are orientated. If you have the wrong thing, it's skewed and you can't see it, but it might be able to give you an idea of what you're looking for. So GIMP is a good tool to use, or like Photoshop or something, but GIMP's free, it's
I
better.
don't know. I think it does like a.
And also in many forensics toolkits.
It's also free.
Exactly. Did we mention it's free?
Say that.
No.
I don't know what it is.
That's how you do that one.
I like your background there, Michael.
Kali Linux.
Like Dragons YouTube. Comment Dragons.
What? You don't like the Kali Dragon?
Comment Beans.
Hmm.
If you
All right,
really.
what-
like the Cali
I'm trying to remember what I had next. Oh yeah, okay. I have some, so I'd like to apologize for this next section. I took really bad notes on some in CTF, but I still have some of the files, so it might just be good to look over them.
Explain to me how Jeopardy style works.
So Jeopardy style is the one you've always been doing, like with CyberFusion and NCLs. Jeopardy style is like, you have a bunch of questions, you have to do the challenge that they give you to get the flag. So like you're saying, give me that for 400, like Jeopardy.
But I don't have to answer it as a question, right?
Yeah, you don't have to answer it as a question. It's just the whole Jeopardy style. It's just there's a board that we've already been doing.
Okay.
It's just the normal CTFs.
Yeah, that's the normal CTF. The regular style, or other style CTF is like red versus blue, which is MAC CDC, and the Castle v Castle, which we'll be doing this weekend. We will hopefully win that.
Destroyed.
Exactly.
We're gonna have fun though getting destroyed.
Exactly.
And that's the fun part of this competition. You actually get ranked by that one college.
Exactly. Like MAC CDC, we got destroyed, but it was kind of funny seeing the hackers like messing with us. And also how fast they got into our system. I was not expecting that. I feel too safe on the internet.
I
right now.
think I understand how they got in now, because
I
they,
don't know if this is.
whoever was managing the firewall probably changed the password over, or it was over HTTP, not HTTPS. So they could see the plain text passwords going over. So I think that's how they got in originally. And once they're in the firewall, they see everything.
Well, I think.
Boy,
I
I
think
sure
they said
somebody got
there was-
fired.
Alright, which one do you guys want to go through first? Look at this messy file system and
What they
give
do,
a
they
name.
didn't do like, not challenges, but the report.
Random name.
There's one of them where you have to do it.
Type.txt.
Yeah.
You gotta
Where's that one?
that.
Including
Yeah. Actually-
Issue with the version we wrote off.
Yeah, so that was in an encrypted zip right here.
They had some like hidden user that was already on there.
I can't
we
tell.
removed it.
We removed it.
Is this, so we just had to get the hash from it with zip.
I think originally it was on there.
And then you can also crack it with John, or you can crack it with Hashcat. It was most likely something in
Like, it just has all the broken
Yeah,
stuff
here it
from
is.
like last year.
and then once you do that, you can get the flag.
Look it up. Some people like. We just use that with the firewall.
But for actually, I'll go through it real quick. So first, we use the zip to is let's say you have
It's a little disheartening.
EF2 John. There's a million of these, and you have, I think, almost all of them.
This is based off of whatever type of file you want to unzip.
Yeah.
Into it.
So we're trying to break into an file encrypted zip file. So we use zip to John.
And two of them are the most funny.
Make sure they're on Cisco.
And here's the hash, and then direct that into like.
They probably do now.
.txt. Now we have that, and then we can hashcat
So long.
dash Actually, we don't know,
Go into global config mode.
actually, it might be a
Why
right
does
version.
every
Oh, no,
single-
Hashcat doesn't have all the zip versions. There was one zip we did recently that was like 2.0. Hashcat for some
You guys
reason
will
didn't
give you a
have,
vulnerable version.
or didn't have like an earlier version or something. I don't remember, but instead we can just use John. We also won't have to shave this down because John has all this extra information. That Hashcat doesn't
Like a
need, it just needs
Palo
this
description to be able to
Oh,
get the
okay.
patch.
here, I
So
think.
it's only.
Yeah, this specific like section you need to know.
You showed up.
I think it's just look for what's divided by the colons or the slash marks.
Yeah, the mod said that too. I think it's just.
Anyways, you don't need to get rid of any of that if you just. You go with, and we'll use dash dash word list, slash users, share. And I've already broken this, so we can see it there, but yeah, that's how you would do it. Yeah.
Building your dog.
Take it apart.
Or just get,
Popping it up on a normal MS scan.
maybe it just got it that close. You ever do John? There we go, yeah.
It was able
You
to.
see, it's password 123, so let's, Password 3. And then we get the flag. Not too bad. Let's do a friend. I think that one's a good one, and also the only one I created from top.
Can I pet that dog?
Let me.
So is this for the Jeopardy questions?
That's the letter R.
So these are all Jeopardy questions. I should have labeled them into groups. I did not because this was like when I was first starting out and I was like, I'll just shove these all in a file system. It's okay. I don't need to learn them later. I will not make that mistake this time.
We're too focused on that.
It just tells me if you
Next
can
one.
get through.
That last
And they
one.
still beat me. Alright, so for those joining in, or for those who don't know, Elliot's team beat our A team. We had the team full of like all the seniors and officers at the club. I was on that team and they beat us, so. If that shows anything, I think it was Elliot, Ethan, who else was Mark, yeah. Elliot, Ethan, Mark. Who else was on there?
I think it was just us.
So they had less people and they beat us. This dude pulled out the Enigma machine. Like, that was a challenge I was trying to beat him at. And even after he showed it to me, I still couldn't do it. I don't know what was with that website. I blame the website.
It's another one of those.
Sorry.
Cameras and things and.
Oh, yeah, don't worry. They
Someone
will.
actually gave you the website they used at least.
Yeah.
That's
They gave
nice.
me the website. It was just, I could not figure it out. This one, I remember
Really
this.
smart and understand it.
Your dog is no longer in existence.
End of central directory signature not found. Either this file is not a zip file or it constitutes one disk or a multi-part archive. This is a crooked zip. We could fix this. It would take a while.
No,
However, I don't want to do all that.
I don't blame.
So we have a little cool tool called binwalk. And luckily, zips aren't like that encrypted, I don't think. It's really just, they keep like the data semi-open, or binwalk is just able to figure it out, I guess. I don't know. We can try binwalk-e, see if I can get it.
I think I cried.
Just Ash
-e extracts files from it.
Oh, okay.
Son.
Well, if you got a zip.
Yeah.
Failed. Really? No, thank you.
Oh, you didn't have any gyms.
Oh, yeah, there we go. I didn't show that for some reason, but I've got a file called a friend.doc. There could be an image on there. However, an easier way to tell this is just another command or another flag for the command that'll do basically extract, but more in depth. So write this one down because it is a long one and I've just memorized it from having to use it so much. -- equals single quote dot star single quote. That is the command. There's some more variations you can do, but that's one of the ones that works. Yeah. So once we run this,
You don't have to specify a specific.
Okay, so they haven't to save.
we do. I forgot to.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. Now it should. Oh, we got a PNG image now. So this will go like more in depth on each file in it as well. So I feel like once you got in the doc, then you can look into that. You can probably benchmark that to get it out or look into some hidden places, but this is just easier. We can just run down the whole thing. And now we got a friend dot dash one. What's the PNG? 308. So let's display that with Retretto. Oh, look at the pet store. And that's it. That's why Benwalk is such a great tool. Sam.
This is Sam.
Sam, do you have any challenges from Summit CTF that you took good notes on?
Probably.
Okay. If you want to share those so we can like get ready for that or like share them through the Discord. I don't know, are we allowed to like put those online?
Online, let me put it this way, probably yes, right? And I'm just, this is a blanket thing, because I don't want to, break a rule and then, make it look like I was doing it on purpose. For pretty much most real CTS, of course you can put the write-up online. How will you learn, right? However, what I've noticed is that in educational level CTS, like college and below, they actually hate that, because typically those kinds of things are strapped for resources. And so they're just like, don't post my CTF challenges on the internet and stuff, like we reuse them basically,
Yeah.
right? It's true here at RU Secure CTF, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. However, I know the contest organizer, right? And I'm not gonna lie, he's A, pretty cool, and B, I don't think he would reuse challenges. And even if he did, it's probably not gonna be very many. Right, so for that reason, I think it'd probably be safe to post them online.
Okay,
But when you guys go, you said it's next weekend?
this weekend.
Oh, this weekend. When you
Yeah.
guys go, you can just ask,
Okay.
hey, can I post write-ups? And they'll probably be like, yeah,
Okay.
because it's free publicity for them too. With that being said, though, yeah, let me see if I have anything in my notes.
Alright. Cause I took horrible, dude, my entire notes folder, I'm gonna show it.
That's fine.
It
I probably
happens.
don't have great notes either. I literally just walked in here. I was like, oh, what are these fools doing? So then I was like, oh, okay, now I'm sharing notes. Let's see, Summit CTF. There was no active notes at all. All I remember.
Okay, these are ones I added afterwards, so this one was the only one I had. That was my only notes that I took.
Starting with this website.
Oh, yeah, that was the King of the Hill challenge.
And then I just got so like fixed on it that I just totally forgot about the fact that I started taking notes.
That's fair. No, that's fair. I'm not seeing anything. Which is kind of weird, actually. Let's see, and if I do not have notes on this, which is what it's looking like, just let me know what skill you're focusing on when I have 20 minutes. What skill are you trying to get?
We're just kind of doing general right now. Anything, I guess, what are we struggling in?
That is
Do they do network track? I don't remember them doing a lot of network tracking analysis, so that might be one.
Not
It's still
really.
like-
I was gonna say something and it's definitely not what I was gonna say.
They had
reach.
that one company sponsor something where it was like an hour long. Interesting.
Oh, the hardware challenge? Or-
No, it was
Is that the Fire and the Flame one?
I think so.
Yeah, I got the script right here. That was the one I did. That one was fun. Essentially, so let's actually look through that one real quick. Essentially, they gave us this and I was like, huh, what is this? But you can also see, what is this? Essentially, each of these were like buttons or like button patterns, and you had to play the song Through the Fire and the Flames with that said, what the BPM was, I think.
That's not the one I was talking about. I'm talking about the one with a Terraform script, and then it said, hey, which hosts can reach this?
Oh, huh.
And
Oh, was that the one you did or was that the one Jimmy did?
I think Jimmy did it.
Okay, yeah.
And so it was like a 0.0.0.0, and the answer was anyone.
Oh.
Yeah, some people put everyone and they gave them points for that, but anyways, I just thought it was pretty interesting, but that was a sponsored challenge by a company. I am looking, I do not see, oh wait, there's some at CTF. Oh man, let's see if these notes are actually good. Okay, they're okay.
I think this was the BPM.
I don't know if these notes are gonna help you out, but I can share a little bit. It's not very.
If you want to take the seat or like just pull them up here and I can go through it, either one works.
Okay, I I'll say this, I only have one challenge that's well documented, I think.
Was the grass one perhaps?
Yeah, it's the touch grass one. And then I have something else that looks to be like a target one for the actual like Butcherud side of it. It's not that well documented, but I can try to read what I did a year ago. You want it? I don't know.
Sure.
Okay. Here, I'm just going to share this with you as an HTML. I don't even know.
While we're here, baby's first touch grass, baby's first grass touch.
That's cute. That's fun. That's fun. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go get my laptop and just share
Right.
whatever these screenshots are in. Probably won't be that valuable, but who knows?
So essentially, yeah, for this one, he had to help me a lot for this one. It was like, I forget what the beats per minute was, but essentially I just got a metronome up there and figured out, I think had something to do with like each of these were like a button.
That one was the hard work.
Yeah, it was, I forget what required the buttons.
It was like a timed interval and you had to press it, but it was like a certain amount of time to hold them.
Who's going? I'm just curious.
Me, Kat, Mark, Owen, and Elliot,
Nice.
the dream team. You want to start?
I just need HDMI.
Oh, actually, it's on the Zoom, if you
Okay.
want to connect to that.
Okay, cool. Once again, I literally just found out I'm doing this presentation, so I don't have anything valuable. Just so you know.
No
Fine.
PowerPoint slides? What the fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah, what the hell?
Hey, this
You
is
should have been
all-
prepared for this.
We gotta bleep that out now on YouTube, bro. You gotta help.
I can say 2 swear words, okay?
Before we
it's
get demonetized.
Exactly.
It's not
Owen's the one
first 30 seconds of the
demonetizing.
video, okay? It's not the first 30 seconds. so it's fine.
This has to be child friendly.
Don't worry, guys. I specifically told YouTube this is not child friendly. We can curse as much as we want.
Exactly.
I'm trying to be demoted by the.
But we're not
algorithm.
demonetized, now we're demonetized automatically and we don't get advertisers. Thanks.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm
guys.
finding a way trying to get club funds.
I'm sorry for disappointing all of my 2 subscribers.
It's 10 years, we could have made a pizza from all that. We could have gotten at least one.
Where's our
Yeah.
stuff?
Like 500
I'm
views.
imagining all of you guys trying to get AdSense on YouTube.
Are you sure?
YouTube, please, we're educational.
Oh my
You
god.
better create some good thumbnails, okay?
Yeah, oh my, you have Owen with the,
Wait a minute, we gotta.
you guys just like have Elliot.
I can't believe you did this crazy hack.
It's like slide
You get on it.
sponsors.
Guys, so today we're doing another Pico CTF.
It's like some really hyped up like intro music and it's just like, hey guys, today we're doing.
Wait, where's the?
Thing is, I'm using
Do the
NordVPN
Mr. Beast.
Surfshark.
Yeah.
You can see here.
I'm in the meeting.
None of this is sponsored.
Oh, yeah.
Accepted. You're not in the.
Saying these words of my own free will.
Let me stop sharing my screen. And definitely not for that.
Okay, and I know you guys have like literally 15 minutes, so I'll try to give some level of value, but once again, no promises.
Well, does it only follow him?
Yeah, as I say, it does it exactly for the reason you think it does.
Okay.
Yep.
That's awful. This is what happens when you.
I thought like I brought in, I got hashes, or I made like a hash list. I was gonna get people or rate them like if we were low on time, but actually might go to right now.
Okay, let me see. If anybody sees Summit CTF? Okay.
Hands go.
Once again, I really don't have much here. You already did the touch grass one?
Yeah, no, not yet.
Oh, okay, cool.
Maybe you should stand behind him so the camera gets on to him. Now it's gonna.
Did him, not me.
It's okay.
There we go.
Okay, that's what. Jesus.
And
Okay. And again,
I didn't recognize you.
It's recognizing you and then seeing you on the screen and then
Oh,
trying to
yeah,
find
there you
you
go.
on the screen.
Okay, so, okay, I hate that so much.
Which one's the real Sam?
Okay. Some shady aside.
Camera situation is wild.
The cameras.
Situation is so messy.
Jesus
I
Christ.
can't tell which one's real.
Is that the, oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Look at you guys.
Oh.
Good job. Okay, so can you guys see this all right?
Yep.
Cool. What I did on the touch grass thing, it was a web challenge. They actually added it in last minute. I just made a login, right? And when I made that login, then this will probably be easier to see. Then after making that login, it said, hey, the following is your grass touch counter. You need 10,000, 100,000, 100,000 touches to successfully make up for all the times you haven't touched grass, right? Which I thought was really funny. And so I'm looking over here, I'm saying, hey, can I see anything here? Once, I don't even remember if I solved this challenge. Did I get it?
I think you did.
I remember getting it, but I don't think I see I don't see the actual answer here, which means I'm leading you guys to nothing.
Can you go off memory? Like full on just, so then we did this and we went to Mordor.
I wanna say that what it was manipulating some kind of like JavaScript click element, and then you just kind of up the
Yeah.
Counter.
yeah, you up the counter a whole bunch, or you set something to basically click every half second or something stupid like that.
I remember.
That's not what I have in these notes, so I guess we can look at what I tried.
Alright.
Anyways,
The solution ended up being like, you just write a script so automatically they send like the.
yeah, you just keep, yeah, that's the actual thing. What I tried was trying to grab a file, which this is not correct, but I think this is just like an issue in the challenge. I was trying to go a little bit too deep. But basically I was looking at this proc self environmental variable. What this normally does in Python is it'll actually say, hey, what's in your environment variables here? What's on your path, right? And so I then started looking at stuff. Hey, can I grab the document? Can I grab anything out of the DOM? Anything there? I start getting proc self status. Again, I dump like half the memory. Once again, this is not the right thing. I'm over here thinking way too deep for a JavaScript level challenge, but who knows? You may run into something like this.
Dump the memory.
Take a screenshot.
So right here, what it has is it has this file, right? And what it's doing is it'll read any file that I pass it, right? So I say, you know what? I actually want you to read your own process. Let's see the memory of your own process. So it just dumps all that, right?
Yeah.
Once again, not the right thing for this challenge, but actually kind of useful. So yeah, but again, useful in other contexts. After that, yeah, I even wrote, this probably means nothing. This, yeah, and once again, here's a bit more of what you can do if you are looking at your environment variables. You can get something for environment variables, your network interfaces. That's pretty good for pivoting, just saying, hey, what's valuable here? Listening ports and stuff like that. And once again, what makes this so beautiful, to be clear, is if you are only able to read from a file, right? If you're only able to read from a file, I didn't run any command necessarily. I just remembered, hey, if I look in this command line file, right, I can see what's actually running, right? Which, again, is useful if you are actually only able to read and you really want information desperately. Nothing in Etsy Shadow, and let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much as far as I got on that. Social engineering one was fun. That doesn't really give anything. Oh, this is fun. I found out how to run an invisible shell. What they had at Summit CTF was a, not King of the Hill. It was a King of the Hill, I think.
Yeah, that was a King of the Hill.
Yeah, but basically they had a King of the Hill CTF, which those have a whole bunch of different things, but how am I on time? Basically, what they did is they put one box in the middle of the, room, you know, and they say, here's the IP, whoever hacks it first wins. Our team did not win, but here's what I tried. Let's see, at a corporate job site, and again, this is my first time seeing these notes in a year, so I don't actually know what's going on here. Okay, looks like I got somewhere. Let's see, I registered, cool, registered. After that, I looked at Wapalizer, pretty great tool for web technologies and stuff like that. Looks like it's built in Python Flask. So I started thinking of my Flask vulnerabilities. let's see, I look at the source. I see something on Pastebin here. This Pastebin has, I believe, the actual Flask app, like the back end of it. So I say there's lots of SQL being run. This is of interest to me. I don't know why I typed it like that. We look at the actual login form. See, we're doing something with SQLite 3. Select everything from users where username and password. So wondering if we can do anything with SQL injection. I see a JSON web token. I don't even know if that's valuable here. Let's see. Oh, no, it is not. Oh, never mind. Yeah, quite literally, never mind. Share post. I tried to see if I could import stuff. Let's see. Nope. Nothing there. Oh, this is me actually trying stuff in my own local Python instance. I basically say, hey, recreate what they were doing on their end and then try it on my end to see if I could get it. And what it seems like is that I get this, I end up with this little tiny URL thing. And so now I'm trying to see, hey, what could I insert? Yeah, so this is, and once again, I don't even think I actually popped this chat. No, I did. This is something that's very, very valuable. I'm just curious, no judgment, who here knows Python? Or at least a little bit. Cool, most of the room does, awesome. So as you probably saw earlier, I saw the full backend Flask app. What I did here was pretty much recreated it. I remade the functionality in Python and now I'm seeing, hey, what can I insert, right? What could I try and break this? I'm just letting you know in case you've never done this, this is a pretty good idea to rebuild it on your own side and then just try it as much as possible. You're not creating network traffic and you can see through it. You can think through it. So yeah, let's see. I got to change that one to something else. What one? Oh, view post, right? So I was saying, okay, what can I change it to actually get further? Let's see. Okay, I changed it to an ID. I said this might work. I think this is close. I have no idea what this is. Oh, F-string injection, format string injection. I don't know, once again. My last time seeing these notes was literally a year ago. So I don't know if this is actually useful or not. Apparently somebody explained format string injection. Put simply, put something where that one is and see if it actually does something. Let's see. This is where I'm URL coding that format string injection attempt. And notice now we're starting to get interesting error messages, right? Our closing parentheses does not match our opening parentheses, right? But we're getting stuff back from the system itself instead of, you know, just the regular stuff that the application should be giving us. So that tells me I'm getting closer. Realistically, this is like 40 straight minutes of lots of testing. These are literally just things that I was trying over and over again. And there it is. Okay, I finally found it. All right, cool. After lots of testing, you see I try to get share, and then I have the one there. I take that quotes out, I get my bracket to finish it out on the other side. I know I'm going quick, but I understand you guys have probably got to run soon. Anyways, and then after I've escaped all of that, I do that dot text to format the text, right? And I escape it with this. And after escaping it, then I print the name of the OS with a space afterwards. Wait, no, that's not a space. That's a semicolon, right? Anybody know? I believe that's a semicolon.
Probably.
Yeah, and so then after basically giving it what it wants, doing the format string injection, then I get POSIX, right? It also gives me you know, the original text because I finished it out, but it finally gives me my command injection. Now again, it took a little bit to get there, but this is why I would recommend build it on your own local machine before trying to test it. It gives you a better view of what you're doing. Anyways, now I know exactly where I can put stuff. So I'm getting a username. There's the uname, all this kind of stuff. Now I'm trying to put a reverse shell in it. I don't think. Yeah, I couldn't get the reverse shell to properly work, but I could run commands. That's the end of my notes, so sorry, I don't know the rest of the story. I'm pretty sure I was able to grab stuff and see stuff, but I don't think I actually got it. And then that's when people started DDoSing the actual challenge itself, or locking people out of it as well. So it didn't matter, because then someone else grabbed the flag, got root, and stopped everyone else from even being able to try. But do you guys have any questions on that one specifically? Anyone learn anything new? Hopefully.
The proc thing was kind of cool, like all the or like where the different processes were located where you can get information.
Oh yeah, I love that, right? Because once again, the reason why I did it is because, to be honest, in real pen testing and real environments and stuff like that, you're not always going to be able to run code, right? You're not always going to be able to hop on the machine and then, or even find some kind of vulnerability in where you can directly run something. Awesome if you can, but if you can't, then you have to settle for less, right? And in that case, I could only read something. I could only see stuff and pull it from there, right? And so that's more of like your advanced enumeration of, okay, if I can only read a file, what files will I read? Well, in Linux, everything is a file. You just have to know where to look. So anyways, I'm just saying, keep that in mind, because sometimes you kind of switch your mindset. Okay, I can't actually do anything, but I can see in there. And if I can see, what can I learn? Yeah, other than that, I don't think I really have anything. Yeah, so. Yeah, it's just creds.
Your password?
Sure, probably. So yeah. anyways.
So what made it quiet?
Go back to that real quick.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't even know. Creds, let's see, do we get anything fun?
Whoa, got that.
I need countless drive Lime.
Yeah, exactly.
Lime.
There you go,
I
yeah.
bet you anything, his password is just a bunch of asterisks, you know?
Yes, exactly.
Wait, go back to interesting.
Yeah, it's literally empty, so.
Oh, yeah, oh, wait, sorry, go back to what was the shell, invisible shell.
Oh, yeah, that was under social engineering. So this is just a fun one for those that'll go. Last year, they also had one social engineering challenge, which basically meant you just had to trick the person at the front desk, at the front reception, they put a flag on his laptop. And they just said, get that flag somehow, right? You could try to get him to wait till he went to the bathroom and try to see it visually. You could try to, plug in something and get control of his laptop. It didn't really matter. You could even try and trick him into viewing it, getting himself to show it to you, right? Point is though, it was pretty fun. And so for a while, a working theory that we had, and again, we did not go with this, but was just plugging in a USB rubber ducky, which is just a really fast keyboard you can just plug in. And so I was like, well, if we're gonna do that, how can I make sure that we don't have a whole bunch of command prompts popping up and stuff like that? And so I was researching a silent way to do this, and I just happened to find out that you can actually just do an invisible shell. And I don't know, that was just a fun thing. We actually ended up doing it just with no plug-in in or anything like that. But
He just waited there, like full on, he just sat there for so long, the dude thought he worked there.
Yep, pretty much. Literally. So anyways, yeah, that's.
Did you know that he had the flag?
At first, he did not know, but so many people were so aggressive with it, he found out that they pranked him by putting stuff on his computer. So for that reason, then he got super cagey about the laptop.
Fair.
But then they swapped out to a new person who didn't know
But then
again.
that person also found out.
Yeah.
This is your.
But that's where Jimmy was there with the first guy, he said, hey, went to just do work next to him. Then the new guy came over and he just assumed Jimmy worked there because he's been sitting there for so long.
And he had on the t-shirt.
Yeah, he had a t-shirt from with the Summit CTF or.
Yeah, it was Summit CTF. They gave us all t-shirts.
Yeah.
But the weird thing was, all of the CTF administrators happened to all be tall white guys. And so Jimmy fit in perfectly.
Exactly.
They were all tall white guys, right? With the same t-shirt on that they gave us a day before. So Jimmy came in there with the t-shirt, being a tall white guy, sat down 2 hours, had a conversation with the guy, and then just said, yeah, so can you just go get us a slice of pizza real quick? Cause there's pizza in the other room. And then while he was gone, he just ripped the password and we got the flag last
He was
minute.
there so long.
He was there for like 2 hours.
I know, like at one point I'm like, where is Jimmy? And like we were all questioning where Jimmy is, and then he comes in, he's like, I got it.
He was out there just, yeah, just
Yeah.
living life.
You're just playing the long game.
Exactly, for some context, what we were trying before was literally just somebody comes over to distract them, and then I should be waiting there all suspiciously with like you, or with the rubber ducky. They're like, you plug it in, we're gonna distract him, and I'm just like walking to the bathroom like.
Right, exactly.
There was a
I remember
question.
we had some like really absurd plan, but I don't remember what it was.
We ended up just waiting until everyone else did it, and we just took a picture of it, he like left it up there.
So yeah,
Yeah, we'll send the videos to Professor Adams.
are there any other skills or
Just go on here.
you guys want me to cover either today or future?
Yes, yes.
Anybody have anything you wanna go over?
Or any questions? I don't know. I know I went through that really fast.